Hey everybody, this is Gorilla Todd Comics right here. I'm just gonna go through and bag and board some comics, and you're welcome to join me. Say hello in the chat. Stuff I'm bagging and boarding now is gonna be kind of a preview of some of the stuff I'll have for sale at the midnight market on this coming Monday. So this is just kind of hanging out, bagging and boarding. Got a lot of bagging and boarding to do. So I figured maybe somebody wants to say hello. So here I am. So just, by all means, let me know what's going on. And I'm just saying hello. And like I said, I'm going to be bagging and boarding. And just say hello in the chat if you're anybody's there. Hey Jeff, how you doing, man? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm bagging and boarding. It's very exciting. Got tons of books. If anybody has a desire to join me, let me know. I'll send a link to any of my friends out there. So busy day today. Picked up about 3 long boxes packed full of books. Good stuff. All kinds of different titles. I'm honestly not even sure a lot of what I'm bagging and boarding because I just buy a lot of books and I hook people up. A lot of people have been coming to the auctions and been pretty happy. Got some of these Exo Manowar #1s. This is a pretty cool looking book. I remember back when the Exo Manowar first came out from Valiant years ago. This is pretty cool. Who did this cover? Transformers Terminators #1. That's a pretty cool cover. Got a couple of those. And then I got the another Transformer Terminators cover. It's kind of a cool concept, crossing those over. Next book is Triage #1. This looks interesting. Looks like it's a sci-fi. No, Jeff, it was some bulk boxes I picked up, so it's going to be a lot of multiples of stuff. That's a lot of times how I'm able to get you guys those killer prices. I buy stuff in bulk. I don't really worry about what it is so much, but cool Vampirella. Exactly, silver bags and boards because honestly, they fit. They're the most versatile fit, and then I like the way to have that kind of nice edge around the bags and boards. So almost anything you get from me will be in a silver, but I actually bought out somebody's bags and boards today, so I have 1,000 current bags. It's not like I won't use them, if I have them, but my first choice is always going to be silver size bags and boards for that reason. Well, shift gears now. We got some Harley Quinn action. Love these Frank Cho covers. Beautiful. Beautiful art. Got a Flash 750. Got a couple of those. I'm not sure. And I got this Wicked Things Virgin variant. I sold out of this and I found a few more. But I kind of got sidetracked, Jeff. Sorry I didn't get you your totals. I will. Okay. And then you got a Batman Last Night on Earth. Some of those. See, this is a key. Like, this is a thick book. It's not going to fit nicely in a current size bag and board. It's just not. That's why I opt for the silver. Yeah, exactly. All those 64 pagers, the square bounds, the 100-page giants. Cool. Got some of these B covers for Detective. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate the understanding, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of the light behind the scenes on the prep, and it takes some time. I love this cover for the Curse of the White Knight, Book 8, the Joker cover. get that with minimal glare. There we go. So I think I got a few of those. And again, most of these I will have at the $2 and $3 price point once I figure out exactly what I've got. What do we got here? Oh, cool, Batgirl. Another Batgirl. So yeah, I got a lot of new stuff, newer stuff in. But I also got, you think Kirk thing A-OK today. Some negative space digital art. Hope he likes it. Awesome. That is awesome, Jeff. I love your logo too, by the way. I know I mentioned I could see what it was, but I remember seeing that for the first time and thinking how cool it was. Nice mashup of Thor and Dark Knight Returns. It's funny how even that makes me think of two of my favorite stories: Walt Simonson Thor run and then Dark Knight Returns. Those are like core stories from when I was a kid. Got a couple of Batman 90s. If anybody's going to be looking for those will be available. Even got a cover of 92 in there. Batman Beyond. Some Batman Beyond stuff. That's pretty cool. When you say a thing, Jeff, you mean like Ben Grimm the Thing? Or do you mean like the John Carpenter remake of the old classic film thing? Negative space digital art. I'm assuming you mean the thing from like Ben Grimm. Okay, done with that stack. Oh. Now we get the next stack. I got about this handful, and then I got another short box. So I'll probably have to make some more bags and boards up. Let's see. No one's Rose. Interesting. What do we got here? Rogue Planet #1. I'm going to read that one. It looks pretty interesting. Okay, and then we got some Resistance #1s from AWA. I think there's some hype on this stuff. It's supposed to be pretty good. And I hear some of their titles are sold out. I don't know if it's true or not. Got some Once and Future #1s. I got a trade of Once and Future. I'm planning to read. Yes, Ben Grimm. Okay, I'm just going off his avatar. Cool. Yo, what's up, Robert? How you doing, my friend? That's my friend in Florida. You spelled my name wrong, but that's okay. Read the Resistance, Chef. I assume he likes me. Yeah, I'm sure Kirk likes the thing. I definitely will read the Resistance. Hi, Robert. What's going on? How are you, man? I hope you're good. I bet you're getting a kick out of this. It's kind of my old best friend's son. Yeah, I'm just bagging and boarding. Got some red border #1. What is this? #1. Got a couple of these. Another title from AWA. So I'm gonna have a ton of new $2 and $3 books on Monday. What's this? Okay, more Batman Beyond. Oh, cool. Sometimes I don't even realize what I'm getting. I got some Jenica #1s. Some Jenica number 2s. I was in Palm Beach County, like centrally located. Moved around a bunch of times, 7 days. But I grew up down in Boca Raton and moved then that's in the southern part of the county, and then I moved more centrally when I started working more towards the center of the county. 7 days, that's a pretty wicked cover. It's like a kind of throne scene. Let me go ahead and get these moved to the bottom box. Sarah and the Royal Stars. This is a pretty cool series. I got the first couple issues, and I'm definitely interested in following up. Met the writer. He was pretty cool at a small convention here in Vegas. I think his name's John Tsu, and he was really cool. Signed all my books. Talked to him for a little while. This looks cool. Kara, Alien Jungle Girl, number 1. I love these independent number 1s. You know, you try a new story. Hey, maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. Ludacris. Another Image number 1. Good stuff. Got some shiny Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's pretty cool. Some foil goodness. No one draws. I think that one came up. Ooh. So, okay. Okay, your wife's cousin. Let's see. My wife's cousin. Jeff says my wife's cousin is in Safety Harbor. We usually party in Clearwater. Okay, I think that's like on the West Coast, if I'm not mistaken. I usually drive all over the state to go to comic stores and stuff. Oh, I think I got a bunch of Thor 1s too. That book seems to be floating around a lot. Different cover. Another Thor 1. This is pretty cool. What is this? DC Unkillables number 2. I know I sold a couple number 1s the other day, so people might be interested in getting the number 2. It's always nice when I can pick up successive issues. Yeah, Jeff, definitely in this hobby. Jeff says in this hobby, you should judge books by their cover. Definitely. Okay, Tampa area. Okay, yeah, West Coast. I used to go out there in the early 2000s, and they had before the Tampa Bay the comic convention got before it blew up and got real big. I used to set up. It was just a hotel show, and I'd set up and sell stuff at that show. We have Hotel Hell. I'm not even sure what this one's called. Another AWA book. Looks like horror. It's pretty cool. And I like it when I can get a lot of independent number 1s because I think there's a lot of good stories there. And then sometimes you see a good old friend. I'm going to have to go. I'll be right back. I got to grab some more bags of boards. So stay tuned for No Break. I'll be back in a jiffy. Thanks for sticking with me. You want, Jeff? Anything you see you want, just tell me, man. Yeah, man. For you, my man, Jeff, consider it a $2 buck. I'll get your name on it right now. There we go. Hey, Robert, if you're out there, if you see anything you want when I'm going through this, just tell me, man. You got it, Jeff. So, I'm basically bagging and boarding for anybody who just joined. I'm bagging and boarding a bunch of books, hanging out, just answering questions in the chat. I got to make up some bags and boards, but same difference. It's just something to do. Yeah, I think I picked it up, honestly, like when it was new. You know, because I do that too. But I got to read that one too. I get so behind in reading, it gets frustrating. Because I'll get so busy doing this, that, and the other thing. I can imagine, Jeff, you know how it is in our profession. It's easy to get busy. Okay. So yeah, just doing some bags and boards now. Once I get this made up, I'll go ahead and start bagging some more comics up. I mean, I could probably prep these ahead of time, but I don't know if it would be authentic then. You know, bagging and boarding includes putting the boards into bags, which happens right underneath where you can see. You got it, Jeff. Happy to help, man. You know my mission, bringing comics to the people at fair and reasonable prices. Tomorrow I'll definitely have, besides like the $2 and $3 stuff, or Monday rather, I will have some more awesome runs. I got some Batman stuff, some Catwoman, some Batgirl, some Nightwing, some X-Men, some Star Wars. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, Robert, if you're here, man, don't be afraid. Just tell me if you see something you like when I'm going through the books. I'll send you a little package, my friend. So just doing my bags, my boards. I'm getting and Jeff, you know, if you're still there, Jeff, I'm gonna assume like you're into a lot of artists that I'm into, and once I can get into, I can get into some more stuff. I've got like all these art books I want to do. Some of these things I want to just do, like, I don't know what to call them, but just videos where I share some of my stuff, some of the stuff I've collected over the years. Different hard covers, out of print stuff, older stuff, Frazetta type stuff, a lot of the old 70s horror mags and stuff like that. All kinds of cool stuff. See, we got 3 people watching. I think I know who 2 of them are. If you're in the chat, go ahead and say hello. Be sure to, feel free to ask any questions if you have questions. Right, I know, Jeff. Yeah, okay. So you're new to, let me see. So Todd, Jeff Schultz asked, Todd, I'm new to collecting after a 25-year hiatus. Will you explain to me Mylar and how expensive it is? Are all your bags Mylar or normal? Absolutely, Jeff. Okay. Mylar is, for the preservation of your collection, Mylar is the best option. There is no question. And I'm not affiliated with any company or anything like that. But the best ones I've ever worked with, the most consistent and just the best ones are made by HYDRA. The MyLite 2s, I like those. And then they have 2 options for backing boards, a half back or a full back, and it just relates to the thickness. And Mylar is a material that is way more protective than your poly bags. Now, are all my books in Mylar? I have a lot of books that are in Mylar, but I pretty much put my higher value books in Mylar. The stuff that I sell at $2 and $3, it would be honestly cost prohibitive to put all those in a Mylar and a full back. It's probably about 5 times more expensive. Yeah, no, Jeff, I'm definitely interested to figure out what it is the community wants, and if I can provide it, I'm happy to. I've been in this hobby for almost 40 years since I was 8 years old. And I think it's awesome that we have this outlet to connect and share with people. Stuff on the fringe of comic books. What do you mean the fringe of comic books? I'm not sure I have a clear understanding of that. Because like about the Mylars, they're expensive. They're not cheap. You're looking at, if it costs, I don't, I'm seeing stores sell 100 bags and boards for, I don't know if it's close to being $1 a bag. A Mylite, I would say look on Amazon or eBay for your best prices. I don't know off the top of my head. I usually when I buy them direct with eGerber, and I buy them in a large quantity. But it's quite a bit more expensive than your regular poly bags and backing boards. Which I don't have any problem with poly bags and backing boards. Some are better than others. Some boards are flatter than others. I've seen good batches, bad batches. And for most comics, they're perfectly fine. Honestly, I'll put it to you this way. Matter of fact story. I had hey Lisa, how you doing? Good to see you in the chat, Lisa. The Mylar things, I had a Walking Dead one that I bought when, yeah, definitely, Jeff, all that stuff. I had a Walking Dead one that I bought 10 of them when it came out, and I sold them on eBay. I think I sold them for like $5 a piece. And then I was doing it with a buddy, and my buddy wanted to keep it. And then at some point, the book was worth a few $100s, and he gifted me the book. And I said, cool, thanks. And I put it in my boxes, and it was in a poly bag and a regular backing board, like all my other regular issues at the time. And so I, after so many years, it was in my collection for about 13 years. And it was really at the behest of my friend. Because typically when somebody gives me a gift, I'm not going to want to keep it. But, that book had exploded, that Walking Dead book. And he asked me, like, what grade do you think it is? He'd ask me what he thought the grade was. And honestly, I'd look at the book and I'd tell him, I don't see a darn thing wrong with the book. The book looks freaking perfect. But I don't know how it's going to grade. There's who knows what's going on there. 100%. You can look at a book. You can think it's a 9.8. You can think it's perfect, but, maybe there's something you don't see. I don't know. So I took the book off. I went to a convention in Daytona. I submitted it to CBCS, and lo and behold, I got a 9.9. So I had a Walking Dead 9.9. And that 9.9 came out of a polybag and a backing board that was in my comic collection, in my boxes for over 13 years. So, I don't, that you can extrapolate what you will from that. But it just I guess my point is you can have a book in a polybag and a backing board and it'll stay mint. If it's in a box and it's taken care of. That goes to a whole other topic of, keeping the right amount of comics in a box, keeping the comics supported, not letting them flop over. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem at all. Not letting them flop over, not letting them get uneven. There's more to it, and I can do more videos on that. And I know people have. I definitely know there's videos out there, but I'd be happy to, do some more videos on that stuff. So yeah, I'm almost done doing these bags and boards, and I'll get back to the bagging and boarding some comics. And basically, this is going to serve as just a little chat. I'm answering any questions, and I'm going to show some stuff that's going to be available in Monday's midnight market auction. I picked up about 3 full long boxes today of books. Some newer stuff, but a lot of good runs. Some good Batman runs, X-Men, Nightwing, Batgirl, Amazing Spider-Man, Journey into Mystery, the newer series. I got to look at those because I don't know if I got the Kid Loki issue or not, but that's a pretty good issue. I picked up just some good odds and ends. Lisa, I think if you're still out there, Lisa, I picked up some cool Vampirella books too. I know you asked about those, so I definitely keep a mental note of what everybody wants. Hey, Splash Page Comics, how you doing? So you just vacuum seal the whole long box when it's full. sounds like a plan. I mean, a lot of it has to do with. I remember reading an article years ago, and who wrote it? It might have been, I don't want to guess, but it was basically talking about how temperature can affect comic books. And that's really heat is really one of comic books' worst enemy. Comics. Okay, awesome, Lisa. I don't know if I'm going to get to those tonight because I'm bagging and boarding stuff as I get to it, and I'm showing it. So, if you see something you like Jeff did, just all you got to do is let me know, and I'll make sure it gets put aside for you. Yeah, heat and humidity, moisture. That's the nice thing about being out here in Vegas. I moved from Florida, where humidity is always a factor. Out here in the desert, there's not much humidity, but there is heat. There is heat. Let's see. We got some back to bagging and boarding. Grim Tales of Terror. Cool book. And we got some Judge Dredd #1s. This new series. Join the Future #1. Tartarus #1. A lot of independent books. What do we got here? Philadelphia. This is issue. What issue is this? Oh, 1. Okay. #1, Philadelphia. Okay, Texas was. Yeah, not much humidity here there either. Okay. Philadelphia. So yeah, I'm basically previewing a lot of the books I'll have for sale on Monday night's Midnight Market rather. In Philadelphia books. It's supposed to be some kind of zombie book. I heard it's pretty good. Kind of interested to read about it. Let's see. Jeff says, I'm going to try to make it to a Raiders game this year if there's football, and I'm trying to do the NFL Stadium show. Oh, that's awesome. And I'll let you know. Yeah, definitely, dude. I'd love to hang out. You can hit some comic shops. There's a ton of cool comic shops here in Vegas. You know, there's Deadeye's #1. There's always seems to be something going on. I don't know what did I have? Did I have let me see what I had on the Philadelphia shop. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see what I got for you. Let's see. We got 1, 4, 3, 2. Okay. 3 and 4. One. Grab a 2. 2. Okay. You got 2 covers. These are both #2s. Do you want A or B? The orange one? Orange cover, Jeff? Or that for #2? Vampire face. Okay, Jeff, no worries. Let me know. You let me know. But looks like I got 1 through 4. Let's see. Lisa, you picked up Deadeyes. You just haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, that's kind of the story of my life. I get all these books, and I wish I had the time to read them all. Let's see. We got Power Rangers 32. Shiny foil cover. I guess this is chromium. I remember the days of shiny covers. Orange. Okay. One, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, I got 1 through 4. I'll pull them for you. We can talk. I got them pulled for you, Jeff. We'll talk. We can talk price tomorrow. I mean, that'll probably be like $3 a piece. So Splash Page Comics says, let's see, some of my long boxes have been vacuum sealed for 20 years. Now still look like the day I got them. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't vacuum seal them. You're sucking all the air out, all the moisture, all everything. God Killers #2, and I got God Killers #1. No problem, Jeff. No problem. Got some Grimm's fairy tales. Let's see. What is next? What is next? Another Grimm's fairy tales. No problem, Jeff. You're always welcome. I appreciate everything. The goodness preview is fun. Cool. I'm glad. Hey, man, I'm just trying to. I got this. I got to do this stuff. Oh, the goodness preview is fun. Okay. And you did a video on it. And Splash Page, you did a video. Are you saying you did a video on the vacuum packing? That's pretty cool. I got to check that out. Grim Tales of Terror. Kind of reminds me of the old horror comics. I'll do this. What's next? What's next? Join the Union. I think I might have had this earlier. Join the Union 2, and then I have number 1. And we got Disaster Inc. number 1. What I like, another cool thing about when I get a lot of these indies in, is that a lot of stores don't carry them that many indies these days. You know, I know there's a lot of stores that they stick to the big 2. I'm gonna have to research this one. I don't know much about this one. Kids, kind of looks like a Ghostbusters homage. I guess you put anybody in that red slash, it pretty much looks like Ghostbusters. Yeah, these must be movie, because I don't know if this one's a movie one, but I know this one is definitely Goonies. I know that one. And then we got some copies of The Resistance number 1, another book from AWA. Good stuff. Got quite a few of these. Get these bagged up. Let's see. Another cover for The Resistance. We got some Thor number 1s. What the heck is happening? Some more Thor number 1s. I have to do this and I don't think I had that one yet. I think I've just got that Thor in, Lisa. If you want one, just tell me and I'll pull one for you. You know, definitely I can pull it for you, Lisa. That's no big deal. This was pretty cool. I grabbed this is a 3rd printing, Savage Avengers number 1, Wolverine vs. Conan. Okay, I got you, Lisa. I got you. You're very welcome, Lisa. No problem. It'll be a $2 book. Don't sweat it. And I'm gonna figure out all the I'll figure out all the details on yesterday's auction. Yeah. Jeff, you out of control. Tell me about it. Yeah, I ran around today. I went to one buddy who I bought out all his bags of boards, so I got like 2,300 boards and like 2,600 bags. So I got bags and boards for at least a little while. And then I went to another place and I hooked up. I picked up like 3 long boxes full of books. So I definitely have a lot of cool stuff for Monday's auction, probably for the next few auctions. Because it's just, I can only sell so many lots in an auction. I got this amazing Mary Jane variant with the vulture. Yeah, Lisa, we'll figure it out. I talked to another buddy who sells books, and he was telling me how he packs the large game board box, the flat rate large game book box. So for your raw books, I'm probably going to look into that, and then this is cool for the Marvel series, and then for the slabs, I got some real nice, like 200-pound strength cardboard boxes that I'm going to try and use and see. The flat rate boxes are okay, but they're not the strongest boxes, honestly. So, with what you got from me, I want to make sure. Oh, cool. Flash 79. I want to make sure they're protected. 76. I got a nice little recent Flash run here, I think. I think we have some Flash fans that are in the auctions. The Year of the Villain. Here's another Flash issue, but man, I tell you, sometimes the back of the comic is cooler than the cover. Just reminds me of my childhood. Jeff, Splash Page S says there are a lot of terms with that name. Which are you? I think he's trying to figure out which is your channel. We got some Batman Last Night on Earth. Deceased Killables #1. That's good. I know I sold a couple of those, so I'm happy to get a couple more. This book is pretty cool. Oh, this is one I almost want to keep. Gung Ho Star Wars variant. Pretty neat. And I got some regular covers for Gung Ho #1. I think I just got the one Star Wars one in. I don't even know what this series is about, but art's by Charlie Adlard. I think is that what it says? Oh no, he has a quote on it. It's pretty cool. It's nice, like painted art. Kind of cool looking. Some dude in shorts. I don't know. Picked a long page to. Got enough covers of Gung Ho. No. Now I wonder sometimes if like these. Oh, that's awesome, Lisa. So that's your first slab. You're excited. I'm excited, and thanks again. Oh, you're very welcome, Lisa. I think you have like 4 slabs coming, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome stuff. I mean, I remember my first slab. I got it when I bought a book when I was really curious, and I got it when CGC first was pretty new, and it was the 70s series Swamp Thing #1. I think it's an 8.0. I'm pretty sure I still have it. I know I still have it. Got Archangel #8 #1. Got some more of those. Awesome. I'm glad to see 5 slabs. Okay. Yeah, I'll verify for you. Let's see. I got them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You are correct. 5 slabs it is. Okay. I'm glad you found Jeff, man. It's cool that if nothing else, I'm bagging and boarding. You guys are connecting in the community. Splash Page asks, where do I order my Mylars? I go direct with eGerber. I think there's a shortage right now because it feels like a lot of stores don't have it. Pretty cool. I'm excited to have this book, Finger Guns #1. I think that's pretty hot. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have I'm pretty well stocked in Mylars or in my storage warehouse kind of place, but yeah, I go direct with them. I usually stick. I forget which size I go with. It's bigger than the current because I like to get kind of trying. Same reason I use the silver bags. I like having the versatility. Okay. Okay, Jeff says, Finger Guns is a great read, and it would make a great Netflix movie. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool, Jeff. I gotta read that one. I keep saying that, but Splash Page, you get yours from eGerber too. Yeah, you team up with your local LCS and get a good discount. We order together. Yeah, that's the way to go, man. Get the discount. This is pretty cool. This is Cimarron, Queen of the Black Coast. I think this is like a more raw Conan the Barbarian comic. But clearly that's the action one. And we got another cover for Queen of the Black Coast. This is a nice book. Nice art. Kind of like a little more cartoony, but realistic cartoony. Like, I don't know. Cool art. Oh, no problem, Jeff, man. I've been, I've been more active on Instagram than I have on YouTube for a while. But I'm gonna start doing more of these types of videos. This is number 2 of Queen of the Black Coast. Another cover. And I'll do whatever I can to support, the community and individuals. It's really, I mean, I've been pretty like, I feel like in the last couple of days, yeah, I'm pretty sure I do, and I also follow Frazetta Girls. They post a lot of Frazetta art. One of the coolest documentaries I've ever watched is Frazetta's Painting with Fire. We got Crone #2, and it's just, I don't know, about an hour and a half, and it's interviews with Frazetta, just talking about his career, his life. It's pretty cool. A new Crow comic #1. Jeff, have you ever seen Fire and Ice, the animated movie? Let me know in the chat. If you haven't seen Fire and Ice, that's definitely something I'd recommend. Here we have a Zenoscope book, Conspiracy Alien Abduction. Yeah, Fire and Ice is awesome. It's such a good representation of his art. Uh-oh. Here's the Resistance again. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, Jeff. I guess you do like kind of you're kind of like doing graphic design, I guess is what you call it. It's funny. I love to draw. You know, you've seen some of my stuff. I think you've seen my stuff on Instagram. You know, I post my drawings. They're not great, all of them. And what's up, HYDRA? They're not great, but I post them. You know, what's up, HYDRA? I got a book for you today. I got a HYDRA cover. I gotta send you and include in your AOK. Got quite a few of these red borders, so I'm gonna kind of bust through them. Okay. Let's see. Strayed #1. Well, that's kind of cool looking. Let's see. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That's a pretty cool shot right there. Interesting. Oh. Okay, let's. Jeff says that goblin looked like it came right out of one of my old monster manuals. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Thanks. You know, those books were so influential to me. I still have my old monster manual. I have all my old D&D books, my hardcovers. It's great stuff. So we're at that time to bust open put together another 100 bags and boards. This will be 300 tonight, 200 with you guys, and 100 before. And actually move these back here. Let's see, I'm behind in the chat. HYDRA says, what's up, comic book fam? How we doing tonight? You got Jeff saying hello. Lisa saying hello. Or HYDRA saying hello to Jeff. Yep, Lisa's got it right. We're doing good. We're just, I'm glad you're enjoying the preview for the auction, Lisa. It's good to hear. I like how you use your little bust that bad boy open. Yep, I'm going to do 100 bags and boards, and then I'll keep doing some more previews. HYDRA says, I don't even have any more bags and boards. Yeah, I had to pick up boards today, and luckily I had a buddy who was trying to get rid of everything he had, so I was able to get a deal. I picked up 2,600 boards. 2,300 silver boards and 2,000 silver bags and 1,000 current bags. So I'm gonna have to get some current boards for those, but that's no big deal. And so yeah, because I needed them, because I just picked up also like 3 long boxes, solid packed long boxes. I don't even know how many books. And some of them are bagged and boarded, but a lot of them aren't. So I'm trying to get everything that isn't bagged and boarded taken care of. And because, man, I'll be honest with you guys. I was running around Friday, trying to get, I'm always hustling, trying to get books. And I got a box and a half, and I literally got home at 2:45, did 100 bags and boards, and I was trying to bag up some books, and I didn't even get to I couldn't even get to bag the stuff I wanted to for you guys for Friday. So I've got a long box of books that I want to do Friday that I just got bagged and boarded, and they'll be on Monday. And then I've got 3 or 4 more long boxes of books, and really stuff I'm trying to pull with the you guys in mind, because I've been reading comics for over 35 years, so I got a lot of stories in my head, and I got a lot of things I can recommend, and I'd love to. And as I get more active, I definitely will. Well, you're back from the dead now, Hydra, and that's good. It's good to have you back, man. Jeff says my LCS can't keep them in stock. Everyone is rebagging and boarding and reorganizing their collections with this COVID. Yeah, I've always been in a constant state of bagging and boarding. And once my collection was up to 80 long boxes, and I went through the process of rebagging and boarding 80 long boxes of comics. That was a process. Let me ask the chat something. Okay, Hydra. There are only a couple of you, but would getting bags and boards, like, I know I bag and board everything I sell to you, everything you get from me, everything I sell is bagged and boarded. But if you guys need bags and boards aside that, would you want to be able to order them? I could probably, we could probably do it for more economically than what you're paying in the store, honestly. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, stores have a lot of overhead. And I love my local comic shops, and I try to support them. But if you guys think you'd like to start getting supplies, I could probably get them to you pretty economically, since because the thing is, you're already getting stuff shipped. And if it's in a flat rate box, I mean, it's going to take up space, so it means less comics, but we could definitely figure something out. Splash page. Let's see. You say, I found after 10 years the polybags break down and turn yellow, so all my books go in Mylar now, even the new books, but I don't buy new books anymore. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. I think I have like almost all of them. Anything that's probably a 60-cent cover price or less is in Mylar, but I couldn't do like 80 long boxes in Mylar. It's cost prohibitive. It's just really, it would get really expensive because you're talking about tens of thousands of Mylars. And so, but earlier I was saying, I had a Walking Dead 1. It was in a poly bag and a board. I had that in my collection for 13 years from the day it came out. And I got it graded. I got a 9.9. So you can't tell me that the poly bags are ineffective. It kept the book in a high grade for 13 years. Now I treat my comics very well. I keep them. I treat them well. I really do, and I take care of them. I love my comics, and so, but it's I don't know. I think the Mylars are a great presentation. They look really slick. They look really nice. They definitely, like matter of fact, protect the book better. And that gets into talking about gas exchange, and because basically what's happening when you're that smell that everybody loves of, and I love it too, because it's like a memory trigger, but that smell that old books have is actually it's what's actually happening is the paper is oxidizing. So there's a gas exchange going on, like a kind of a gas exchange going on. And that's where the yellowing and the the breakdown of the plastic happens, and that can a lot of times have to do with humidity and heat. And that's what it is. Let's see. Lisa says, yes, everyone doesn't ship in good bags and boards. Some come stamped, some tear from duct tape. I need some. Okay, Lisa, definitely. You let me know what you need, and I'll see what I can do. If I have it, I mean, right now. I have an abundance of silver bags and boards, and I have some current I have current bags. I don't have current boards. I have to get some. But if you need any of that, I'll work something out with you. Yes. CO2 plus O2. Yeah, what's crazy is when something oxidizes, it's actually adding mass to it. Like when metal rusts, it's actually adding the oxygen, the mass of the oxygen. Yes, that may be. Splash Page says yes, that may be so, but for me, it just made me worry. So I changed all of them in 2000. Took a year, and I don't want to go through it again. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, and it's. Let me ask, how many books are you talking about? Are you saying 2,000 books or in the year 2000? I'm just curious. No problem, Lisa. I'm happy to help in any comic book capacity. All about bringing the comics to the people. And you are my people. So just bagging and boarding. For some reason it's very I love this part of the process. Jeff says, I want to play with those little molecule models now. Yeah, the little balls and sticks. That's not in my it's not what I, part of my class, but still good stuff. I have taught it in the past. Splash Page Comics, 27,000 and counting. And that's just the Marvel books. Wow, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. And again, it's all relative. When I say cost prohibitive, I don't know. I a book that's worth $2 or $3, when you have a lot of that type of stuff, it doesn't make sense to me. But that's all relative to the individual and what their really their collection. Different strokes for different folks. Jeff, I do 6 and 7 science. Yeah, Jeff, there's definitely other books besides Marvel. Philadelphia is not a Marvel book. I'm going to take a quick water break. Hydrate. I did teach a drawing class this summer as part of my school's online camp. That was pretty cool. We did that for 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, Lisa says, let's see, similar to Pops, but I only put expensive ones in high-end protectors. Yeah, I mean, I guess, it just comes down to I don't know, 27,000 is a lot of comics. That's awesome. I don't know what I had how many comics I had offhand in 80 long boxes. I mean, I don't know, whatever. I don't even think it just. I guess it's all relative. Anything I mean, I try to treat people right. Like I usually send if I have them, and somebody buys a book, a raw book, that's like $20 or more. I'll usually stick it in a top loader. I wanted to. I read one chat, and I don't think I. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. Yes, Lisa says yes. Everyone doesn't ship in good bags and boards, and some come stamped. Some tear from. Yeah, I've had some bad experiences to say the least. I picked up a book, a graded book from someone off of Facebook. My Killing Joke #1. I showed it here. I can show it real quick. Should be right in front. I picked this off of Facebook. Got a good deal on it. I got this book. I remember getting this book the day it came out, and I bought a bunch of them, but I sold them all over the years. And this guy got shipped to me in a gift box, like a red gift box, like you give somebody a shirt in, for their birthday. And I was not excited about that. Not at all. Yeah. But you live and you learn. Let's see. Splash page says. Okay, Jeff says, I noticed that since I've been back, almost half of my buys have been indies. That's awesome. I kind of honestly, I think in today's world, today's comic book world, I think indies are where it's at. I'm not getting that excited by what Marvel and DC are putting out. Honestly and truly, I'm just not. I mean, I love the comics, but the storylines are not grabbing me. I love, and I'm a guy who is driven by art. And I feel like there's a certain uniformity in Marvel books. I don't know if they're not to say that they're all the same, but there's a common, there's just a common kind of, I don't know, a quality at least I see in Marvel. Maybe it's just in my observations. But I see more individual. I just see the expressiveness of the different artists in the independents, and I think when you have less corporate involvement, that you get, honestly, I believe you get a truer representation of the artist's vision. And even when I was a kid, so many of my favorite books were the independents. I mean, I started reading Grendel when I was like a mage when I was like 11 or 12. I started reading Grendel with the Comico series that featured Christine Spar. That book was awesome. Mage was another Matt Wagner book, and it was like a modern day telling of the King Arthur story. Another great book. Usagi Yojimbo. That's one of my favorites, and that's been, I've been reading that since I was in middle school too. I mean, it's just one of my favorite books. I got a sketch by Stan Sakai of Usagi. It's pretty cool. So yeah, indies are a big part of my of what I get. I think recently I pulled out of a dollar bin a couple of Justice Machine issues and Elementals. That was a big one for me. That was a popular book. Let's see. Splash page says, LOL, the $2 or $3 books I have now are worth a lot more just because now just became hot, but I started collecting in 1974. I'm just not a DC or indie guy, but I end up a few of them when I buy collections. Okay, yeah. So that's one way to accumulate a lot of books is buying collections, and you just get whatever you get. Um, yeah, you know, I've always felt like you got you got you started collecting in '74. My collecting started in '83, so you got about a 9 year head start on me. And I think had I started 5 or 10 years earlier, I would have you know, it's the same difference, but I would have started reading books earlier on the newsstand. But that's life, c'est la vie. What can you do? But yeah, definitely. I don't. When I say $2 or $3 books, I'm talking about basically modern books. I just, you know, that's what they are to me. Um, you just broke 1,000. You mean 1,000 books? What is that about? 3 or 4 long boxes if they're bagged and boarded. Good stuff, Jeff. Congratulations. Yes, Akira is awesome. I have I have they did a box set, a hardcover 35th anniversary Akira box set. It's out of print already. And if you have to, you know, if you can find one, they're going for really good money. I actually have 2 of them, and I'd sell one at some point. You know, I definitely want to keep one, but yeah, Akira is freaking awesome. I remember I used to go to this one comic store in it was in like what Sunrise, Florida. It was called a Comic and Gaming Exchange, and it was basically it was like built in like 2 rooms in like 2 sections. One section was all the comics, and they had tons of comics. And this was a cool store to visit when I was a kid. I loved it because they would have stuff on display that was just, you know, they had stuff up that was just display stuff. Like I remember they had an original Arthur Adams page from the New Mutants special edition where the New Mutants go to Asgard. And I could just stand there and look at that for like hours. Um, but I remember and then they had another area, almost like another room, and that was all dedicated to role playing games. And the back section they had a bookshelf, and it was filled with VHS anime tapes. And I remember I bought Akira for like $39.95, and because I heard so much about it. From I think somebody at school, and so I was, you know, I think I was older. I was like maybe 15, and I was working at that point. So I had a little extra, you know, I had a little spending money, and I bought it and watched that, and just awesome, awesome. Um, Lone Wolf and Cub, absolutely, Jeff. I remember when that came out. That book actually frustrated me when it first came out because I wanted it so bad, and it was one of those books that, for whatever reason, I never seemed to see on the stand, and it was automatically like $5, and that was just it was hard for me when I'm 11 years old to pony up $5 for what is a brand new book. I've always had that in me. Like I don't like if I walk into a store honestly and I see a book that came out that day and it's marked up already, I don't like that. I just it just doesn't feel right to me. Um, yeah, I have a Lone Wolf and Cub #1, a slab, a 9/8 slab on Lone Wolf and Cub. That's those Frank Miller covers just blew me away, and then the interiors, and and then as I got older, I didn't know about this when I first started reading Lone Wolf and Cub when I was a kid, but then I found out that about the movies and how big it is in Japan and everything, and then I saw Shogun Assassin, and wow, yeah, just huge, huge stuff. I mean, I love all that the samurai movies, Akira Kurosawa, um, Gung Ho #2, all that kind of stuff is right up my alley. Let's see, Cerebus. Yeah, Cerebus is awesome. I read Cerebus up until the one telephone book called Reads, and I just was like, no, I can't do that. It's just like giant essays, one after the other. I could not do it, but I enjoyed reading the first 6 or 7 or 8, whatever it was, volumes of Cerebus, or Cerebus, or whatever your choice of pronunciation is. I'm not sure what the right one is. That's video worthy. Jeff says that's video worthy, Todd, that kind of stuff. Show off the art. You mean like the 9/8 slab? Definitely. I'll do I got some ideas for some videos, just some things I'm gonna show. Hidden Society 2. One is, I have my original art collection that I've gotten at conventions and stuff. Cimarron, Queen of the Black Coast. That's the Action 1 homage. I'll share that, guys. I'll make a video and share that with you guys. There's actually a video out. I did an original art hour. My buddy Comic Books NYC. If you're not sub to him, and he has a great channel with different things he does. But check out Comic Book NYC's original art show. I think I was the 3rd episode. I think I'm episode 3. Any of the episodes are great. Stray Flexing's episode is freaking amazing. He shows off some just some sick art. I don't even, just watch it. Just watch it. Take the Time Collectibles episode is amazing. He's a buddy of mine from Florida. He has an amazing collection. Another copy of that. So that's cool. But I'll make a video on my channel showing that stuff. So that's one thing. And then totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, so check out Comic Books NYC original art hour. That's great. Okay, so yeah, I'll make a video showing off my original art. Then I Torpedo Comics is here in Vegas, and they bring in a lot of artists and writers for signings, and I have a gold VIP membership, which means I get to basically get a certain amount of signatures at the signing, and I get line privileges. And then I also get to potentially go out to lunch with the creators. At the last signing before COVID happened, I got to go out to lunch with Ryan Otley and I believe Ryan Otley and Dan Slott. I have a picture on Instagram with them. It was cool. I got to sit next to Ryan Otley and we talked a lot. Conspiracy Area 51. That's not too far away from me. Zenoscope. It was really cool. So that's another thing. I can start. We'll see who's coming, and potentially I can get you guys some autographs because I'm there for the autograph. I'm there and I get the autographs anyway. They charge. I get a certain amount, and that's something I can work with. I can help out people, to a degree. But otherwise, I want to say they charge, I think, $20 a signature, which, if you guys want, I'd be happy to get for you. And, it depends who it is, I guess, and everything. Some people might be more. I think if Frank Miller comes, he charges more. Vampire State Building #1. That's a cool cover. Got that one. Got another version of #1. Splash Page Comics asks you stack your books in long boxes face to face. Yeah, I flip them sometimes. It depends. Right now I have a lot of stuff in those plastic BCW boxes. I don't hate them. I don't love them. They're okay. But yeah, I use that technique to keep them flat and whatnot. That's because that's important. Otherwise, you get that kind of bend. A lot of this is #3, Vampire State Building. And then we go back to #1, not really in any rhyme or reason. Got a few more copies of Strayed. So yeah, let's see. The Akira books box show off. So yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. I can do a video on that. I can definitely unbox one and do kind of an unboxing video and share it with you guys for sure. And that's cool because you're right. That's something not a lot of people are going to see because they made so many of them, they sold out, and they're just it's a really cool box. Cool, Jeff. Yeah, I mean they have like CGC options, and they have the whole, you can get the signature series, and that's basically I'm willing to help you coordinate with you guys and be your guy out here in Vegas and getting SIGs from whoever's there. That's another thing I want to do a video on is showing a lot of the signatures I've gotten. Like I met Jim Shooter, Mike Zeck, John Beatty, Ryan Stegman, Donnie Cates, Rick Leonardi, Jim Lee. And that's just some of the people I met in Vegas, and I'm probably forgetting somebody, but Unbound, we haven't had one for a while, obviously, because they're just we can't right now. Triage number 1. You need the Vampire State Building 1 and 3. Okay, Lisa, let me see. Let's see. I got a couple options for you. This is one cover with the hand of number 1. So that's cover, let's see. That's cover E. This is cover E with the hand. This is cover C. And this is cover B. And that's what I have. So that I have in front of me right now. I might have more Vampire State books. I'm not sure. But I'll definitely, when I'm sorting, I'm going to write myself a note, Lisa. And I'll make sure I kind of pull. I'll pull and I'll let you know on IG, Lisa, okay? Probably tomorrow. So I got you on that, Lisa, and I got you on 3. You want that too, Jeff? I'll see what I have. I'll write both you guys down. Okay? I'll try to take care of both of you. I think I can. Okay, Splash Page. Well, Splash Page Comics says, well, I've got to go. Enjoy talking to chat with you, Todd. Mr. White Gloves out of here. Okay, take care, Splash Page. I had 3 different. Yeah, I got you, Jeff. I had 3 different ones. I only have 1 3 right here, but these books aren't really organized. So wait, what am I? So I'll make sure I get those for you. EMB. Okay. ENB. Now I think I have, I'm hitting some of my Vampirella books I picked up. This is Vampirella 4. I love these Vampirella. I've always loved Vampirella. I love the Warrant magazines. Good stuff. Got a couple of those. Another one of those. Vampirella 9. Here's Vengeance of Vampirella number 1. Oh, this is cool. Here's I don't even know I got this. This is pretty cool. Here's a virgin variant for Vampirella. Claim. Okay, Lisa, you want all? Do you want? Okay, but Lisa, I have some that I have like multiples of the same cover. Do you want doubles on? I mean, you want the different covers, I assume. But do you want, when you say all, do you want like more than one copy of the exact same book? Like you might, I would think you want, if there's a trade dress and a virgin, you want both. But do you want, like, if I have two of the trade dresses, do you want both and the virgin, or just a single? Just let me know. Just say all or singles, and I'll know what you mean. Um, let's see. Jeff Schultz, you buy comics like my wife buys shoes. Where did I go wrong? Yeah, you said that the other day, Jeff. I remember. So you just want every Vampirella book I have? Fair enough. Okay. I don't know if I have multiples on the Virgin, but I'll figure out what I've got. Okay. Cool. Well, here's some previews. Here's another cool Virgin Vampirella. Another Vampirella. Okay, here's some more Vampire State Building. Another number one. So it looks like I got plenty of Vampire State Buildings number ones. Let's see. Oh. Would now I'm at this point where you guys want to hang on for about a minute. I'll run out and grab some more books. I have some more. I still have bags, and I have more books in the garage. I'll be back in about 60 seconds. Thank you. Be right back. And I'll have more books. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I am back. Thanks, Jeff. Okay. Jeff says, sure, I'm organizing the office. Wide awake, and it's 2 in the morning now. Wow. It's summertime, though, so, you know, I know how it goes. Let me turn my camera back on. I'm here. Late there, too. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Whew. Well, if you're claiming all the Vampirellas, Lisa, you're going to get to see them early. I got to work out pricing on this stuff because if you want it, I'll sell it to you outright, you know, straight without the auction. You've expressed you prefer that. But I'll, you know, tonight was just a preview, so I don't even know numbers right now. But it's none of this stuff is, you know me, I'll take care of you. This is Vengeance of Vampirella 5. This was actually, I don't know if you heard when you came in to the auction yesterday and you asked if you missed Vampirella. I had this Virgin, and I was kind of bummed you didn't have a chance to get it, and it didn't go for much. But luckily, I got another one, so I got you. Here's Vengeance of Vampirella 4. Here's the cosplay variant of one of the issues. This is Vengeance of Vampirella 5 cosplay version. Trade dress. Number 4. Another cover for number 4. That's a pretty cool Virgin variant. This is pretty cool. Another Virgin variant. Yeah, that's no problem, Lisa. I mean, it's not great. You know, I know the feeling. I collect too, so there's another one. Listen, I'll tell you, I had my one buddy, he was selling, he's getting out of selling books, or he's just dealing in higher end art and books and whatnot. So he doesn't need thousands of bags and boards. And he was like telling me, another guy I know that sells comics, he's like, I told him I'd sell him the bags and boards for this much. So I said, just give me a little bit better deal and I'll take them right now. And he did, and I took them, and that's the way it goes. Cool. Vengeance of Vampirella 4. I'm not going to lie, Lisa. I knew that you like Vampirella, so when I saw these, I grabbed them, and I figured this way I can get you whatever you want. Here's all this is. It's beautiful. Vengeance of Vampirella. Another Virgin variant. Oh, Red Sonja's awesome. I have a lot of the old like Marvel feature, that stuff. The old Marvel Red Sonja stuff. I have some of the new ones, like some of the Adam Hughes covers. Those are beautiful. Oh, look. I think I had this one already. So, like, when I have 2 of the Virgins, right? I think I had the same Virgin variant, Lisa. Do you want both of the Virgins, or do you just want one copy? Let me know. Another Virgin variant. Man, I scored a lot of these Virgin variants. Vengeance of Vampirella. Cool. Another cosplay variant. I kind of like all these cosplay variants. Let's see. Oh, HYDRA, man. I thought you I saw that book in the garage. It happened to pop out of the box. But I'm not gonna run and get it right now. I'll show it to you. Let's see. Jeff says he needs Philadelphia. Let me write a note. Philadelphia. I'm gonna write this down. Philadelphia 2-4 and Vampire State Building 1, 2, and 4. Yeah, definitely. The more no, the more you tell me, the better I can help you. Thanks, man. No problem. You're welcome, Hydra. Oh, that's cool. Vampirella and a wolf howling at the moon. And a third copy of this version variant. Wow. Oh, and here's the version variant of the cosplay. It's pretty cool. Oh, nice, nice. This is a Gilliam March cover. I like Gilliam March's art. I'll put my fingers right on Vampirella. No problem, Jeff. I got you, man. Oh, this one's pretty cool. It's like a disco themed Vampirella. Another version. I think they're adding a new, like, Vampirella's getting her own team. And I forget what they were called. Another Virgin variant. Oh, this is pretty. That's a pretty wicked cover. Number 8. There's the trade dress of that one. Lisa, let me ask you: do you do the old Vampirella, the original magazine at all? I collect those myself. I think this is another Gilliam March cover. That's cool. Vampirella 8, Vampirella dancing with a skeleton. Another Virgin variant. The Virgin variants really let the art shine. Wow. I think that's a Mike Mayhew. New. Vampirella 6. Another Virgin variant on Vampirella. Yeah, I grabbed a big stack of Vampirella books. Wait. You. Wait, let me. I'm gonna move some of these out of the way. I gotta go back and I gotta tape all these anyway, so don't worry, they're in that box. Let's see, do we still? Yep, we're still on Vampirella. So Okay. Lisa loves. I know you love your Vampirellas. They're great books. We got to ship this box first. Yeah, you want your Vampirellas first? Is that what you're saying? And I'll get everything shipped. Don't worry. I'll tomorrow. I'm dedicating tomorrow to shipping and packing and figuring out what's what and sending out any messages I need to send out. You know, I get the opportunity to get books, so I don't want to lose that opportunity because sometimes things are only there for a certain time, and I want to get what I can get and get it out to you guys, and that's how and that's just how it works. Some more Vampirella. Um, okay, yeah, I'll do whatever you need, Lisa. No problem. I can make sure they get shipped. They overcharge you on the Vampirellas. I wonder where you're shopping. That's funny, Jeff. Jeff says, I'm a sucker for a good Vampirella cover. Pun intended. Yes. Good stuff. And we are still doing Vampirella. Bro, I won't. Okay. Yeah, you say that and it makes sense. I don't want to be negative about it. I don't like being negative in general. But saying I will give you a far better deal than somebody else is, I don't think, being negative. I think that's, speaking of myself and what I will do for you is positive. So yeah, don't even. And what do you mean if you can find them, Lisa? I can get. I mean, if there's books you want to get every month, and you just tell me that, I can make sure you get them every month and put them in with your. I mean, look. I'm going to be on the auctions regularly, and even when school starts, I won't be able to do all 3 days because my schedule just won't permit me to. Because if we go early on Friday, I'm still in school, and I coach football and wrestling, and so. But Mondays and Wednesdays should be fine. And you guys, you guys see, when you reach out to me on Instagram, I'm always available for any of your comic book emergencies that may arise. So we got a couple issues of Tartarus. I think we have gotten through the Vampirellas, and that was a nice journey. I have been to Midtown in the city. There's trees. What is this? Another image number one. I'll give almost any image number one a shot. They don't all work out so well for me, just in terms of me liking it, but it's you try it, you see it. Oh, and I grabbed some more of these the facsimile editions, House of Secrets. This is an awesome House of Secrets 92. It's the first Swamp Thing. What's cool about this cover too, besides it being an early Bernie Wrightson cover, the model they used for this girl was actually Louise Simonson, Walt Simonson's wife. She was an editor, I believe, at the time. And then we've got the facsimile of the Wolverine Limited Series number one by Frank Miller. Cool thing on that, I remember this movie, Megaforce. Awful movie, but I remember as a kid I loved it. It's about a team of like soldiers and their vehicles. Looks like I may have to get some more bags and boards because I am running down to my last few. You guys tell me, do you want to hang out and give me another minute to run out the garage and get some more bags and boards? Nice. Detective Comics 38, the introduction of Robin. See, this is the kind of facsimile I love. I don't mind having this in my collection. It looks cool. I mean, clearly it's not an original. It's got a price of $3.99, but otherwise it's a cool facsimile. It's a cool thing to have, I think. I've even seen, like I said before, some guys are slabbing them, and because they're apparently, I think they're made pretty well, and it's an easy book to get. Can I get that movie facsimile? Which? Oh, Wolvie. You want one of these, Jeff? You got it. You got it, man. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some more bags and boards. Okay? About a minute. Oh. And I'm back. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Hydra, if you're there, this is the book I grabbed for you. I'm gonna. I'll. How can I resist? But if I see you sell it, I won't be happy. It's funny you say that. No problem, Jeff. I know the feeling. Lisa, this is like a private auction, though. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm hopefully, it wouldn't be the worst thing if at some point, we can all say, "Gosh, I remember when it was just a couple of us hanging out while Todd was bagging and boarding his comics." I'm gonna have Emperor. I'm gonna have to do a lot of sorting, but that's good. I rather enjoy sorting. I think this should get me to the end. So we got 100 more bags and boards to make up. Oops. Whoa. These are getting all. These bags slide, and if they get out of like position, it becomes a nightmare. I don't know what you missed, Hydra. I mean, I just ran out to the garage to get some more bags and boards. I'm going to make up another 100, and then I think that's going to get me through the final books that I need to bag up. So, we're still hanging out. Did you see the book? You saw the book I held up for you, right, Hydra? Yeah, Lisa says I showed a bunch of fire. We had a nice block of Vampirella, including a ton of Virgin variants, a ton of beautiful art. You guys want to see like a cool book, one of my books from my PC, something like that, just to kind of break it up a little? I'll show you something as soon as I'm done putting these bags and boards together, if you want to see something. A book, specifically. Man. So, man, I'm so grateful. Like, I've been getting a ton of new of people on Instagram, hooking up with people on Instagram. And it's just always cool to meet. Like, that's the best part of this, honestly. It's just meeting like kind of like people who like and appreciate the same stuff. And yeah, I'm not going to get away with that. If I do it, I'm going to get like a copyright thing, and I'm going to get in trouble. And you know, that's the only thing. So I just keep talking. I don't know. I'm a little paranoid about that. I don't have the rave, the uncopyrighted rave playlist like Meta does. But if I was on my own, I would probably just be rocking out. Come on. What's in there? Yeah, they ding you, like they give you a strike for a copyright infringement if you use something like that. You know, so I'm just trying to abide by the rules. I don't want to get kicked off. But you know, that's what I showed HYDRA. You're probably not there now that I'm showing it again. But oops, no big deal. Okay, I got about a third of a short box left to board up. So this 100 should get me right there, and then I can fill my little shelf with bags and boards so I have them when I need them. I always like to keep some handy. You never know when you're going to buy some comics that need to be bagged and boarded or rebagged and boarded. I mean, I'm also pretty critical of like if I think a book I pick up is in a bad bag and board, I'll rebag and board it. If it's not too bad, you know, I'll work with. I'll let it be. But so yeah, I'm just bagging and boarding some comics. Previewing some stuff I'm gonna have up for sale on the midnight market on Monday with Metaphorical Comics, HYDRA Comics, and some other whoever else shows up. We have some rotating sellers. I think Barbarian Kung Fu is there on Wednesdays. First edition shows up pretty regularly. A few others maybe we've had on. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm just previewing some stuff, making up my final 100 bags and boards for this live jam. And those of you who are in at the end, after I get this, I'll show some stuff from my collection. Some stuff I typically won't show at auction because it's not for sale. But I'm happy to share it, because as much as I sell this stuff and I trade it and I move it and I do all that and that, but I'm still a comic collector at heart. I love the art, I love the stories, I love the characters. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Some people, I've seen people label all their comics on the boards. I don't know. I'm not a big labeler. I just kind of memorize everything, I guess. Because I was that kid who would hang out in comic book stores. When I was a little kid and I started collecting comics, I was fortunate, and a comic book store opened that I could basically ride my bike to. And that was from when I was, yeah, man, that's it, Jeff. That's lifelong learning. That's what it's about. It's funny you say that. I tell my kids, like, when I'm teaching them how to draw, like, basically it's like science. You have to just keep practicing and doing it. And as you do it, you figure out what you don't know and how not to do things. And, you feel like you get smarter along the way. And that's life. I mean, and that to me, that's how to live an enriching life. It's just to always keep trying, learning, trying new things. I mean, because like as much as I teach, and I teach a drawing class, I'm actually doing an online mentorship sort of, where I'm working on improving my drawing because I want to draw better. And honestly, it was funny. I told the kids on our last class on Friday, I was like, honestly, this class has been great, because the kids were sad that it was ending. Unfortunately, I can only do the 2 weeks because next week I have to start an online class, for professional development, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And I just need to focus on that. But having to sit to draw 5 days a week for an hour, I feel like it really helped me improve. And I was really excited by that. And I told them that. So, but what I was saying before is, I started collecting as a kid. I was in about third grade, and when the store opened that I could ride my bike to, that became like my place to hang out. I would get home from school and I would jump on my bike, and whether I had $2 or $3 or $4, whatever I might have in my pocket, I would take the next 3 or 4 hours going through every box, figuring out how I was going to spend my $3 or whatever I had. I would just, that's how I started to learn all the issues. And then as a kid, I was always reading the Overstreet and the Overstreet advisors, and just trying to learn all the different key issues and just all that stuff. I'm just about done with this batch of bags and boards, and then let's see, I'll show you some cool stuff. And then after I show you some cool stuff, we will finish up the bagging and the boarding for the night. I think I'm going to leave the taping for tomorrow, because that can get done tomorrow. The Wizard magazine. Yeah, I think I still have a copy of #1 somewhere, with that Todd McFarlane Spidey and the Wizard hat cover. But yeah, Wizard was the pulse of where the pulse of information came from before the invent of the internet, or before the internet was as prevalent as it is now, or in the last, say, so many years. I remember another magazine I remember reading when I was a kid was one that I loved called Comic Scene. And when I was in middle school, I remember it used to talk about the James Cameron Spider-Man movie that was coming out that never got made 20 years later, or 30 years later, whatever it is. Let's see, let me just get myself set. Okay, cool stuff from my PC. Let's see. Show you that. I'll show you a couple of my cool slabs. This is pretty cool. Patsy Walker 100. This is, I believe, my oldest Marvel book from April of 1962. Only it's a 4.0, but you know, it's a 12-cent cover. Old Marvel book. Patsy Walker, who becomes Hellcat. This one's pretty cool. Daredevil number 8. Well, no, again, this one's a low grade, but awesome Wally Wood cover. The introduction of Stoat Man. This is my first appearance of one of my first appearances. I actually have 2 copies of this book. Batgirl of Detective Comics 359. It's a 3.5, and it's the introduction of Batgirl, one of my favorite characters. One more I'll show you. This is my first appearance of Moon Knight. It's a 6.5. It's Werewolf by Night 32. So there's a few books from my excuse me, let me take a drink of water, from my collection that I haven't filed away with the rest of my slabs. Okay. Back to bagging and boarding. Cool. Madman. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Madman. It's by a guy named Mike Allred. Really cool comic. I remember reading this when it first came out. It was published by Tundra, and then it started being published by Dark Horse. Allred's worked on Silver Surfer for Marvel, and he did Ecstatic years ago. I love his art. It just has a very clean. He just has he reminds me honestly of John Romita, but beautiful artwork. I highly recommend Allred's Madman. I give it one of my highest recommendations. One of my favorite. Talk about independent comics. If you're an indie fan and you haven't read Madman, that is some of the best stuff out there. Okay, and we got some Star Wars. Looks like we got some Art Germ Supergirl. We got a few of those. Try and bust through those quickly. Now, this is an old comic. These I probably am going to keep. I'm just going to say that now. These old Justice Machine comics. This is one of my favorite comics from when I was a kid. Comico was a cool independent publisher. They did Elementals and Justice Machine. I think they did the first comics for Macross or Robotech. I remember when that first book came out. That cover was just so cool. I might have some of these. I mean, if these are doubles, I would sell them if they're doubles. But if I don't have these, I probably want to keep them. It's funny, I'm claiming stuff. I got to claim stuff too. So I got a couple. These are beautiful covers. Beautiful. I think this is Jen Bartel. I'm not sure. Blackbird. Really nice coloring. Got a couple of those. I don't know anything about this book. It's called Revenge, but I like the way they did it, like the old school Marvel trade dress. It's an Image #1. I think I grabbed a set. No, Jeff, those are just the regular Supergirl Artgerm covers that are, everywhere. You got some cool Alex Ross Immortal Hulk covers. This is pretty cool. Elementals #2 again. Elementals is one of my favorites. I'm probably not going to sell this, and it's not even like a value thing. These aren't worth anything. The stuff I keep, honestly, is more about just what I love. #4. One of these days I'll have this run complete. 19. Now what do I have? Oh, this is pretty cool. I got some Fathom #1s. Michael Turner, he passed away too early. He was too young. He passed away from cancer. But his work is just amazing. I actually have a poster from Soulfire that's autographed by him, that's signed by him. It's pretty awesome. One of my favorite pieces. So I got a couple copies of Fathom #1. So HYDRA says, let's see. HYDRA says, I'm trying to get some old books, spooky books that have cover price 10 cents and 12 cents. Yeah, those are awesome. I mean, I was looking at some Two-Fisted Tales the other day. They're not cheap though. You're talking a lot of money for just to be playing that game. It is what it is. So Fathom, Michael Turner's a great artist, good stuff. Here's another cool book, Leave It to Chance. This is drawn by Paul Smith. He did one of the shortest but best runs on the Uncanny X-Men. I want to say it's around that issue that has the Wolverine wedding on it, invitation, and it's about an 8 or a 9 issue run, something like that. But it's one of my, I love the Byrne, the Claremont Byrne run, but Claremont's the writer, and then Paul Smith is just, I love his art. It's so nice. It's so cool. And he did this Leave It to Chance series. I forget who the writer was. I want to, let me look before I guess. I want to say Kurt Busiek, but no, James Robinson. Completely wrong. James Robinson. He wrote some good stuff, The Golden Age, and I think he wrote Starman. This was like a cool. What's up? Yeah, I got you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Leave It to Chance is a really cool Like it's about this girl named Chance, and I forget what her dad does. He might be a detective, and she like ends up it's almost like Scooby-Doo-ish. She like solves some mysteries and stuff, but it was real cool. It was like something different. Some more Madman stuff. Again, highest recommendation. It's a little kooky. It's a little out there, but it's cool. Okay, let's get some. Okay. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. Apparently, you guys are. Yeah, it's not easy. I know it's hard. Those things are hard to find. Yeah, I have to just get lucky in the streets. Yeah, dude, you never know what you find in the wild, man. I got lucky before I moved from Florida. I met this guy I met a guy, not like this cool guy, and I actually bought oh cool, another Vampire State #1. Okay, so I have a second copy of this cover. So Jeff, Lisa, if you guys both wanted this cover, I'll have one for each of you. Undone by Blood. Interesting looking #1 from Aftershock. And I got #3. Looks like I got a Vampire State #4. Was Jeff that one you needed? I got another 3. So I think I have doubles on all the Vampire State stuff. So you guys should both be good. I got more coming here. Let's see. Here's another one of these #1s. Another one. Here comes another one. And here's another #4. So I may not have every cover for everybody, but at least I should be able to get you the issues you need. Here's another #3. And here's another cover for #3. And here's even one more cover for #3. I think this was the coolest cover I saw. I think you had this one up, HYDRA, the other day, the Infinity Gauntlet homage. Starting there. I was able to snag a couple of these. And then I grabbed this. I've heard good things about this book, Finger Guns. So I got a couple of the first issue here. Let's see. This book, Bang, #2. A couple of those. Another cover for Bang #2. Right. Another Queen of the Black Coast. I think we saw these earlier, but a couple more. Yeah, I'm almost through these bags and boards. It should be okay though. I'm not going to get as many in the cubby hole as I would have liked. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Stray Bullets. This book. This is another one of my highest recommendations. Stray Bullets. David Lapham. He did the art on. He was an artist for holy smokes, Valiant. Back in the day, I think on I want to say Harbinger, and then he did this book, and this is kind of like a crime fiction story. So I'll pick these up whenever if I can pick them up at the right price, I'll always pick up Stray Bullets. It's just a good read. And then this one I picked up just because how could I not? Good old Darkman. Not one, but two. Holy moly! Is this really happening? I'm in shock. My last bag and board, my last comic. Ufology. Done. How did that work out so perfectly? Oh, because I have. That's why. Some boards came in there, so I put them in my cubby right above, and I'm good. Goody. Okay, let's see here. You haven't seen Finger Guns? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of stores, it's tough with independents because a lot of stores they won't, they consider it risky. They um, you want one of those Dark Mans, Lisa? Okay, I got you, Lisa. Okay. I'm writing my notes here, and I'll pull the books once I get them taped. And hey, what's up? What's up, Mindshift? Glad you made it, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. Definitely good to see you in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So just to recap, this is my first episode, bagging and boarding. I picked up in the last 2 days, I picked up like 4.5 long boxes or so, and I had just a lot of bagging and boarding to do. And I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting the bagging and boarding done, and I'm doing a little preview video for the auction on Monday. So, like that, I've just been previewing, giving a little preview of the books. I'll hang out a little bit longer. If anybody's got any questions or wants to ask anything about what they've seen tonight, and I showed a few books earlier. I sent you some stuff, Mindshift. I hope I sent it to the right address. Let me know if you get it or you don't. I don't know. They sent a priority, so it should get there pretty quick. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff is getting optioned now, because especially with the current state we're in, and so much media being consumed by people, it's like inevitable that more and more concepts are going to become transition. And the fact is, there's so many outlets for it. There's so many streaming services and whatnot. So it's kind of cool for us. We get to, hopefully the quality gets maintained. I don't know, maybe a week ago, Mindshift, I sent it out approximately. I can check. I can actually, I can check. I have it on my computer here. Let me see. I mean, I sent it to I sent it to the last address that I had asked you not too long ago what your address was, and that's where I sent it. And I know things are taking like longer than they should right now, but you're not that far away from me, so shoot. Hey, it says it got delivered to you. If I say 3080, is that wrong or right? I'll hit you up on Instagram, man. Oh, shoot. I hope I didn't send it to the wrong. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, man. Do you have mail? I hope you have mail forwarding. I hope they forward it. It's priority now, so it should be forwarded. It might just take. It says it was delivered on the 17th. Is there any way you can check? I hope you can check. Dang. I hope whoever lives there now didn't just take it. That would be pretty crappy. Shoot. Man. I feel bad. I wanted it to dang. I wanted to make you happy, not bum you out. Sorry, man. I mean, I'll send you more stuff. That's not even a question, but I put a good book in there. That's why I'm bummed. Shoot. I can give you, I'll tell you what, let me see something. It says they left it in the mailbox June 17th. So it says they left it in the mailbox June 17th, and I wonder if there's any way you can check. If there's any way you can check, man, try, because there is a good book in there. I don't know. Shoot me your new address on IG so I can get you some stuff, man. I wanted to hook you up. So it might, maybe it's just sitting in the mailbox and and if it's not too far or whatever. But that's kind of a bummer. I know stuff happens though. They're all at the end of the day, they're only comic books, right? I got plenty of them. I'll tell you what, man. If you go back and watch this on the rewind, I mean, okay. I mean, it was in a big priority legal mailer, so I don't know how big the mailbox is or anything, but I don't know. But you know what, dude? If you don't get it, there's insurance on it. I can file a claim. Actually, I don't care though. I just bummed because I don't think I have any more copies of the book I sent you. And I told you I told you I was sending you that book. Damn. I mean, they said they delivered it on the 17th, dude. So, like, maybe that was Wednesday. I mean, it's been a couple days. Maybe it's still just sitting there. You know? If it is, great. If somebody grabbed it, that stinks. But, yeah, I would think it wouldn't fit in most mailboxes because it's a Gemini mailer inside a legal, flat rate mailer, and that's usually too big for most mailboxes, and it's too stiff to be, that you gotta like, it's too hard. It's not folding easy. Cool, man. Just let me know. I'll send you some more stuff either way. You know that. But I think I'm gonna hit the hay, guys. I am tired. Even though it just seems like we're catching steam now. We got. I'm amazed. Like 5 people are actually interested in listening. That blows my mind. So just to recap, I showed all the books, a lot of books from that I'll have on auction. I'll have for sale on Monday on Meta's Midnight Market. Glad, Jeff and Lisa, you guys let me know books you wanted. So I got those notes. I get all the orders straightened out, get everything packed and shipped. That's ready to get packed and shipped. Thanks everybody. Definitely thanks for coming in. Yeah, just let me know what happens on IG, Kirk. Thanks, man. Yeah, Jeff wishes you luck. That's awesome. Community is awesome. Everybody's got love for everybody. Definitely, Jeff. Teachers have to unite because we're the ones that really know what's going on in the classroom. All the people making the laws and making the decisions, I don't think know much about what goes on in the classroom. It's the way it is. Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. We're gonna next week. We'll hook it up next week and we'll get together and do a live stream. I'm excited for that. And I'm excited being more active and just getting to know more people. Good night, HYDRA. Great talking to you tonight. Good fun chatting with you. And definitely Comics on the Mind Shift. We got you. So I'm gonna say good night to everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for 2.5 hours, bagging and boarding up basically a long box of books. You guys will you'll see them again on Monday, and some other stuff. Long live HYDRA. I mean the community. LOL. Yeah. Okay. Good night, Lisa. She says thanks. Night, everyone. Thanks, Lisa. You have a good night too. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe. Be smart. That's what I tell my kids every day when class ends and going into teacher mode. But everybody, take care of yourselves. If I'm not on at all tomorrow, I will. I'll definitely be on Monday. And yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm grateful for everyone. Let's call it a night. Gorilla Todd Comics signing off. Bye-bye.